Right.
On a lighter note,
second topic that we're going to do today is Village Roadshow sues HBO Max over Matrix Resurrections release. Why am I not surprised?
okay, wait, let's back up. Who are Village Roadshow?
They're the production company.
Yeah, they're the production
No, just
company.
making it clear.
Yeah. So they're the production company behind Matrix Resurrections.
Right.
And we're gonna hear a lot of this down the road, as we did with the whole Black Widow saga, right? But anyway, let's read the article, and it comes from IndieWire, and it says, just like the red pill versus blue pill debate, we're back to theatrical versus streaming when it comes to Warner Brothers' HBO Max platform. Village Roadshow sued Warner Brothers on February 7th over the HBO Max streaming release of The Matrix Resurrections. Village Roadshow alleged that Warner Brothers undercut the theatrical release of the fourth Matrix film by driving subscribers to HBO Max. Per Variety, the suit alleges that Warner Brothers unilaterally decided to release the latest Matrix installment simultaneously in theaters and on HBO Max with no notice to Village Roadshow. The production company has a history of co-financing with the Warner Brothers studio across the Matrix trilogy as a whole, Joker, and the Ocean's film series. The Matrix Resurrections grossed approximately $148 million at the box office to date. Variety reported that the lawsuit accuses Warner Brothers of deliberately harming the film's box office to prop up HBO Max at the expense of the future viability of the franchise. The lawsuit alleged that Warner Brothers' strategy not only ensured The Matrix Resurrections would be a bust at the box office, but it also inflicted serious harm to the entire Matrix franchise. There can be no doubt that the abysmal theatrical box office sales figures from The Matrix Resurrections dilute the value of this tentpole franchise as a film's lack of profitability generally prevents studios from investing in additional sequels and derivative films in the near term. It goes on, but basically, we know what I'll go on. Let me come to you first, Damien.
Yep.
Are we surprised?
No, but at the same time, I'm going to have a little bit of umbrage with that because it wasn't going to knock the film that much. It wasn't a great movie. I'm sorry, you people might have loved it, but it wasn't that. Was it better than Batman vs Superman? Yes. Would it have made 700 million?
No.
Possibly.
No.
At a push.
No.
But it was never going to make.
You did read
146.
Right, 100.
But
right.
then
So
look how much
if anything,
pirated HD.
If anything, let's say double.
Yeah.
Let's say 350.
At a push.
Yeah.
I could agree with that.
Yeah.
So I can see it having some kind of box office loss, but my one argument to jump on their side is Warner Brothers unilaterally making that decision. Like, how do you get off as a film studio to go, you know what, we're cutting out the people that produce this, we're cutting out the people that actually had all the heart and soul in this, whether the film's bad or not, we're putting it out the way we choose to.
And let's remember, they're not just producing it, co-producing it with Warner Brothers, they're co-financing it, which means they get a say, depending on how much they put in, more of a say, about what happens with this film. So it's mind-boggling. And this isn't the first time they've done this, by the way.
Oh, no.
This isn't the first time that they've not said anything. This is why Denis Villeneuve with Dune, remember when that happened? Yeah. He went ham on Warner Brothers. Yeah. Who's the other one that went? Christopher Nolan.
Yep.
He went ham as well. They slated Warner Brothers to the point where he now is not working with Warner Brothers anymore.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, sorry, go on.
No, it's like, for me, that screams of big Hollywood company saying we do what we want as we want. We don't care about the artists that are making the product. And when you take that right away from the people that have created it, you don't buy any interest for us to want to work with you. You know, and Village Roadshow, I mean, they've created like one of the biggest tentpole movies for Warner Brothers. Joker made over $1 billion. The Ocean's movies cracked out money after money after money.
That was commercial success.
Yeah, good or bad sequels, they still made money. So
and they did The Matrix.
Yeah, and they did The Matrix. I mean, The Matrix wasn't hugely profitable box office wise, but it was still like what came after it. People bought into the lore of it, and it created its own mythos, and to do that, that's a really underhanded and shitty move on Warner Brothers' part. I think Village Roadshow have got more than a good argument for a lawsuit there.
Oh yeah.
So that's my 2 cents on that one. Finger to Warner Bros.
I mean, Leon, we're not surprised by this, are we? I mean, you've heard this isn't the first time Warner Brothers has done this. This isn't the second time, and I've got a feeling it's not going to be the last. What do you make of all this crap? I mean, anyway, let me leave it to you, bro.
First of all, Warner Brothers are very shrewd.
Yeah.
So, HBO Max, who does that belong to?
Warner Brothers.
Right. So they're keeping it solid. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to keep. Now, I'm not saying it's right.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not right.
Yeah.
It's actual robbery.
But
That's what it is.
But that's not a good business model, bro. I'm telling
it's
you,
a poor business model.
It's not going to work out long term for them.
No, because people ain't going to want to F with them.
Right.
Like, simple as that.
Right.
And yeah, so like we were saying, possibly it could make 350. Let's say, that's 350 million pounds. So that's another 150 million to 200. Well, that's people's money. That's their future. That's their blood, sweat, and tears that went into it. So yeah, it's stealing. It's stealing. You can't make them kind of executive decisions. And it's co-finance, you said.
Yeah.
They
co-financed it.
So that's like
they put
me
up
and
some of the
you,
money.
We build something, and I say, yeah, I'm going to put it there. Don't worry about that. I'll just put a little bit in there.
Yeah.
And you're like...
That's a joint decision. Like, I mean, you can't just make that decision.
No.
So,
Basically they're thieves. And they haven't learnt their lesson.
They haven't. I mean, they've lost a massive...
Didn't Scarlett win her thing?
She won her thing. She actually got double what she was asking for.
She didn't even want that much.
She wanted 20 million. They gave her 40.
Well, they had to in the end.
Nolan is
undisclosed.
Warner Brothers. In terms of Warner Brothers, they've lost Nolan now as a director. He won't work with them no more.
Is he confirmed?
Right? Yeah. He said he won't. I mean, remember he done that deal. We even done a story on that. We've done a deal with Universal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's done a deal with Universal. He won't work with Warner Brothers for the foreseeable future. You never know what can happen in this industry. But for the foreseeable future, he's not working with Warner Brothers. I don't think Denis Villeneuve is going to work with them anytime soon.
No.
After what happened with Dune, and there's a few others that you know what I mean. So they're burning bridges left, right, and center. And as you said, yes, they're looking at HBO Max as their baby to bring up. But again, how many people are really going to subscribe to HBO Max just for the Matrix?
No.
And we're talking long-term subscribers as well. So a lot of them just want to see the film. Then I've got to pay less than I've got to pay in the cinema. And then I'll just not subscribe for the rest of for the rest of it.
Well, I'm not a top exec, but I'd like send it to the cinema, rinse every penny we can, and then start doing some HBO series.
Yeah.
Let's start bankrolling some series, get some scripts in, and that will strengthen our HBO.
Yeah.
Like some proper quality writing, and so it just doesn't make sense.
This is exactly what I'm saying. Like we're not business majors, but you've just outlined exactly what
you would do.
Do you know what I mean? You milk it as much as you can here, then you milk it as much as you can here.
Yeah. So I've got an extra 10 mil. I'm going to give 10 people the opportunity and give them £1 million. Worst case scenario, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Make something.
Bring what you got. I'm just flabbergasted that Warner Brothers have not learned their lesson.
That's what it is.
And I get why they're doing it, because they want to try and maybe not win, but they want to try and get in this streaming war that's developing between all these streaming platforms. But you're right, it's not the way.
It's short-term thinking. It's
it really is. It really is.
Yeah. When you look at like the DC output, it's the same damn thing. It's the same thing. They tried to catch up with Marvel. They pushed the DC Enterprise to go out like, we're not going to slowly build this franchise. We're going to just throw everything at it real quick and then put out what wasn't great material.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
That's
all I'm gonna say.
But you know what I mean, like 100% right. Yeah, it echoes the whole DC thing. Marvel took their time to build something, and then DC saw it working and thought, we can do that because we've got the same kind of characters and whatnot. Let's just dash it out there. But no, it didn't work because you didn't take the time to have. First of all, you didn't have someone as a figurehead like Kevin Feige.
I was just about to say.
Do you know what I mean? You didn't have that.
No.
Sorry, pardon me. Who is passionate about this. Not just, I want to make money. He's actually passionate about comic book films.
He's so
right?
far past money now.
Right. But even when he started, when the MCU started as a concept, okay, yes, there's always the money making bit there.
Of course.
But you can tell that wasn't the foremost thing on his mind. It was creating a legacy, which he now has done. Do you know what I mean? I mean, he can churn out crap from now on, and he still will go down in history as one of the best studio
To do it.
heads to do it. Yeah. I mean, you know what I mean?
And that was like Marvel Studios at the time as a studio. They weren't huge when he did the first Iron Man.
Yeah.
No.
They were small.
They were small.
They were
They were
small.
tiny.
There was a studio you kind of looked at and you went, they might make a few.
Iron Man put them on the map.
Yeah, I don't even remember if Disney had bought them by then.
No, they hadn't.
They hadn't, have they? They hadn't bought them by them.
They didn't buy them till after, I think it's like the third, I think it's Captain Winter Soldier after that. Or even after that. I think it's probably
possibly.
Civil War. But then you've got Warner Brothers, a huge studio, been going for years, and they take something as celebrated as DC, and they churn it out the way they do.
Yeah. Me personally, I cannot wait till Discovery take over Warner Brothers. I think they're still waiting for all the T's to be crossed, the I's to be dotted on that deal.
Yeah.
But when Discovery take over Warner Brothers, we're going to see a different Warner Brothers. I think. I just think the people AT&T who were running Warner Brothers and still are till that deal was gone through, they just don't know what they're doing. They just don't. You know how to run a telecoms communication company. You don't know how to run a studio, and a streaming service. You just don't know how to do it. It's as simple as that. And instead of you to like even just copy formulas that work, i.e. Marvel, i.e. Disney, i.e. this, that, and the other, you just keep doing your own thing, and you know it doesn't work, and yet you don't care. So how can we be surprised that people are taking you to court left, right, and centre, and they're gonna win? This is the thing. Like it's not even. It's a foregone conclusion that they're gonna win because you have broken contracts.
Not only that, look, the precedent's been set.
Right.
So they ain't even got to have a trial.
Right.
They got to say, look at Scarlett's case. This is the same case.
Yeah. Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. In fact, I remember now also they did the same with Wonder Woman 1984. They had to pay Gal Gadot and the director, what's her name? Patty Jenkins, an extra 10 mil each.
And that was Warner Bros.
Yeah, again, Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers, hit me up, man.
Like, what are you doing?
If you're giving away money like that, hit me up. You know what I mean?
Because again, their theatrical was hurt because they released it on HBO Max at the same time. So they're saying, well, some of our money was on exactly what Scarlett was saying. So Warner Brothers then said, all right, we'll settle out court.
Yeah.
Give you 10 mil. Give you 10 mil.
Yeah,
Done.
because people have got contracts. I've got 3% of this, of the gross, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a robbery.
It's absolutely. I can't believe Warner Brothers, like you said, a big company has been going for years. Years.
Look how much talent they've put out in terms of quality of film since like what, 50s, 60s?
Yes, yeah. And you're making silly mistakes like this. It's just mind-boggling.
Well, this is the thing. Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
There's nothing more that can be said.
for real. But anyway, listen, we've said our piece. So, what do you guys think about Village Roadshow suing Warner Brothers about the Matrix Resurrections release on HBO Max and cinema? Do you agree with them suing them? Please leave us your comments down below and let us know what you think.